Hi, and welcome back to Virtual Higher Than Live blog, where we talk about all things updates, trends, tips on everything related to social media, content repurposing, and live webinar support. My name is Ashioma, and with me is
Tiffany Parson.
Tiffany. How are you doing today?
I am doing great, getting geared up for the holidays, wrapping up some things, but I'm doing wonderful. How about you?
Can't wait for the holidays. Right now, Instagram is testing a new option called Early Access Reels. Tiffany, what do you make out of this?
First off, the early access, what they're doing is testing it to where you can create a reel and make it only available to those who follow you. It's a way to help you build your community on Instagram. And so when I first saw this, I thought this is really interesting. And I was curious and how this could be applied if you're hosting webinars, because as we are in webinar mode right now. And so I'm thinking about how our clients could use this for a webinar, and they could have a special reel ready, scheduled already ahead of time that will publish during their live webinar, and as a way to maybe offer a bonus or give people access to some information exclusive to followers, is to have people during the webinar head on over to their Instagram and follow them to receive access to this special reel. And so I think it's one way to help make live online events interactive. Obviously, it can be used for regular posting, but again, I'm in webinar mode. How can this be utilized to make the webinars a bit more engaging and fun? You could gamify it in that way.
And I also think in the lines of we can drive signups or community activities by teasing that full tip replay coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
You can use it to remind people to follow for inside access, that type thing. It's
Right?
related to webinars. So I think that's fantastic. Also, I'm looking at option of where again, it's like you post a reel that only your current followers can watch for the first 24 hours, and then you can now open it up to non-followers. They'll see like a blurred thumbnail
Yeah.
and plus a follow button there, and then a timer until it goes public. And
Right.
I think what that kind of creates in the non-followers' minds is like that FOMO, fear of
Yeah. Oh
missing
yeah.
out.
Oh yeah.
They're
And
like,
you know,
oh, I need to see what's going on so that I can follow this creator and keep tab on the creator's activities and creations.
something else that I'm thinking, because I completely forgot, it's only gonna last for 24 hours, is that you could have it to where if it's just going to be exclusive to followers and you don't want it to even be available after the 24 hours, is take it down or have it go dark or have it go private. I know you can do that with TikTok. Now that I think about it, as I'm saying it out loud, this is one of those things where we could play with it and see, could it literally just be available for the 24 hours, not necessarily delete it, but maybe archive the post so that way you don't lose any of the views and likes and all of that. But that's one of those things we could test in the lab to see if that's an option. But right now, it's only available to select creators, but this is something that's coming down the pipe, and definitely something for us to take into consideration. And when we're giving clients ideas on the possibilities of what they can do in addition to their presentation, or make things more active, or just build their community on Instagram, this is an option that we could do. On that same update, it mentioned about locked reels with an access code. This is something they were testing out in the spring. It hasn't come out live to everyone just yet, but it's a similar function, except it's available to everyone with an access code. And that could be treated like an opt in. So the name and
Exactly.
email, you could send something out via email and have a special code for people to access this select reel. Again, something for us to test out in the lab to be able to bring back to you guys. and know exactly, give you some ideas on how to use that in addition to those who are already clients with us. So yeah, very cool feature. They're always coming out with one cool bells and whistles for us to test. The main thing, our goal is always to figure out how you can best utilize it. There are going to be all kinds of wonderful things like this where you can rearrange how things look in your feed and all this stuff, but we want to talk about things that matter most to you and then show you how it applies in your business and for the bottom line, which is for you to increase your revenue. So those are my feedback on this particular update.
Yes, it's very good because, like, basically rewarding your followers and essentially also like a hook to get more people to follow you,
Yeah.
and then you build your tribe from there on. So it's another cool strategy that we have in our toolbox,
Yes.
and we're more than happy to walk you through all of these whenever you n- need this kind of assistance.
We appreciate you taking the time to catch up on the latest tips and trends. And again, today's focus was on Instagram. We'll be back again next time for another update. If you're not already following us, be sure you are following us on Facebook. If you're watching from there, be sure to hit the follow button so you'll get a notification on the next post. And if you're over on YouTube, hello, thanks again for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you too will get a notification as well. You have a wonderful rest of your day.